YouTube, it's Children of the Destroyer, and we're gonna watch Gigguk's Fall 2024 anime in a nutshell. So grab your snackies, grab your bevies, let me know what you eat or drink down below, and let's get to watching.
Now that we're getting closer to the end of the year, in my opinion so far, 2024 hasn't quite reached the caliber of previous years yet.
Okay, but like we end of the year, you know what's happened at the beginning of the year? Apothecary Diaries Season 2, let's go.
Not that it's been a bad year for anime by any means, but the last few years it felt like full-on juggernaut years of anime, but fall 2024 could be about to change all that. We've got massive new shows, massive returning shows, hidden gems, more shows anyone could reasonably heap up with, and even following a summer anime season full of love and romance, we still have our dose of wholesome romances like Blue Box and, what's this? Wait, this is the complete opposite of
Yay. Yakuza Fiance.
wholesome. Who the hell would get invested in a love story like
Me. Hello. It's me. I'm invested. Hi.
Oh no, she's hot.
They like the crazies.
Man, don't you hate it when that happens? Doing what I do, maintaining a solid internet connection for me and my team, no matter where we are in the world, is essential. Which is why
an older
eager to
MacBook.
introduce the sponsor of today's video, Saily. Saily is a new eSIM service app which provides a reliable internet connection wherever you travel. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
look at
wish
those
I knew
people
about this app sooner
very
because it's
much
such a hassle to sort out
typing on their
travel
computers.
SIMs and portable Wi-Fi whenever I go traveling around the world for me and my editors. Not to mention, one of my editors even lives in a remote place in Australia, so if one of the internet kangaroos go to sleep, no work is getting done that way. At least that's how I assume the internet works over there. Saily can help solve all of these problems with the download of a single app compatible with most iOS or Android devices. One SIM can keep you connected in over 160 different countries with an affordable global plan, and you'll never be stuck without data, as you can top up at any time. As you can see, it's super simple and easy to use. All you need
The
to do is
dude's basically like, can she fix me? She could maybe kill me. She could definitely make me worse. I'm on board for this, is basically Yakuza Fiance.
download the app, which you can do by scanning the QR code on screen, and you can just explore some plans here. Now, I travel to America quite a lot, so let's pick the United States, and they have a bunch of plans here. There's 1 gigabyte for 7 days, 3 gigabytes for 30 days, or even more data if you need it. And I'm probably going to go for the, let's say, the 5 gigabytes. And it's as simple as that. You can even click Got a Coupon to apply coupon code Gigguk for a 15% discount. Whether you're traveling or have friends traveling with you, Saily's the way to go.
Hello, dog.
Again, you can download the Saily app by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking that link in the description. And you can also use coupon code Gigguk at checkout for a 15% discount.
Also, look how, hold on. This is weird. Look how smooth, rounded this QR code looks. It's kind of freaking me out. Why is it rounded? Weird.
And with that said, let's get back to this season's anime.
Well, yeah,
Sexual.
simple enough.
Overrated.
どこにしようか。そう固くならないで。時はくんとこれを楽しめるなんて嬉しいな。はい、笑って。
Ladies and gentlemen, they finally made it. Canonically straight yaoi. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. Is this for the usual fan base? Is this a hit up a whole new demographic? Or as my wife calls it, is this just yaoi for cowards? All I'm saying is...
I mean, Shonen Ai exists. And technically so do sports animes.
Boys, have you ever looked at your bro and thought, damn, I'm straight, but bro's looking good today? Now, what if your bro still looks like a bro, acted like a bro, talks like a bro, but was actually a girl dressed up as a bro? You ever thought how'd that make you feel? Yeah, me neither. Basically, what...
this is an ongoing cliche that did it maybe die down? Did the gender bending, cross-dressing trend, whatever, I'm hiding my gender from people, like did that trend die down? I guess. And I haven't really seen it as much as I used to. So I guess it did. But I mean, there's so much stuff like that.
What I'm trying to say is, sometimes it takes a real woman to be best boy. Summer only gave us a handful of high-profile sequels, but there's certainly not a lack of them this time. Bleach is once again continuing one of the biggest comebacks we've seen in anime. For the gamers, we have Shangri-La Frontier and Gun Gale Online 2. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 isekai returning, which of course includes the return of ReZero after a 4-year-long wait. It has been a hot minute since I last saw this. I gotta check the patch notes quickly. Okay. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, I tried watching the first episode of this one, then I realized it's been way too long, so I'll probably need a refresher on season 2 first. Needless to say, this is the only time I can see weebs switching to the dub en masse to prevent subtitles covering up Amelia's character development. Blue Lock.
I did hear about like how her boobs got bigger. I'm gonna be honest with you, and you can attack me if you want. I only watched season 1 of ReZero, and part of it, I was totally fine with it. I liked it. But like there's such a large gap between each season. Like what, between 2 and 3? He just said 4 years or something. I don't know. There's such a large gap between the seasons that I have a very hard time remembering what happened in the previous season. You know? So like, I was kind of like, Like, I am so pumped that I'm just going to keep talking about Apothecary Diaries probably. Apothecary Diaries just went like, it skipped 1 season of anime. And then like season 2 is like next season. I'm like, great. Cause I felt like I just watched it. But it just, yeah, I can't do that. Like I can't do years between seasons and remember what was happening. I just move on. I'm gonna be honest.
Now, after becoming the top-selling manga of 2023, outselling the likes of Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, even goddamn One Piece, I can say the newest anime really is continuing that legacy, giving us the most faithful adaptation fans could ask for by truly making you feel like you're reading a manga.
Just move! If you got to just move. I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
There's a remake of Ranma, continuing the trend of resurrecting old classics to the modern day, and
specifically Rumiko Takahashi. And like, I really feel like Rumiko Takahashi is weak in ending her series. Like, I was talking about this with some friends at dinner. Like, it's just like she just ends it. Like, it could continue. There's not like a definite this is the ending. It just like she just stops writing it. And that drives me insane. Like, yes, Rumiko Takahashi, I'm not hating on her really. I mean, like, I have issues with the fact that she can't end stuff, but like, she's definitely like really important in the anime scene. She writes really good stories until you expect an ending. But like, that drives me crazy. Yu Watase had the same issue, and that drove me insane. I was like, y'all, why is this a problem? Like, I don't know. And then like a wedding or something. I don't know.
this is actually perfect for me, because I actually have never watched Ranma before, outside of just a few episodes I watched as a kid, and I barely have any memory of, aside from, was there boobs? We have our usual suspects in the fantasy category. Of course, we get another villainous anime. There's Sid from Eminence and Shadow if he wasn't actually OP, except everyone still believed that he is. I think this is what Crunchyroll sees in their mind's eye when someone mentions High Guardian Spice. Guys, I know we like to look down on that trope of having your protagonist buy slaves even though he's helping them out by letting the slaves join his party. I can understand how that can be a bit morally grey, so how about this protagonist? A guy who completely flips things on his head. See, he doesn't help slaves by buying them, he's helping out his party members by selling them into slavery. Wait, is that how it's supposed to work? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's all the new non-sequel isekai like usual? Is the era of isekai actually coming to an end? What's this one about?
一瞬テンション上がったが、よくよく考えると異世界なんてめんどくさい。
Damn. Even isekai is sick of isekai. Alright, enough of this stuff. What's the actual new hottest show this season?
Smells like milk. Kind of looks like milkshake.
Dandadan.
What was that? What?
Based on a manga from yet another one of Tatsuki Fujimoto's former assistants. Now, what the hell was this team that he had assembled? A team that has now given us the likes of Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, Dandadan, and Spy Family.
No, oh, well.
Bro clearly was just on this team vibing in the corner. Something special must have been happening at that studio to pump out hit after hit after hit, and Dandadan looks like it's standing up with the best of them. Shonen Jump titles can sometimes feel like they're playing things by the book, following the tried and tested formula. So does Dandadan fit that mold? No. I don't even know how to describe the premise of the opening episode, but it plays out like a fever dream based on an Alex Jones monologue.
It really does play out like a fever dream. I was just like, what is happening? And there's definitely one part that made me extremely uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, this is better than no. And like, it was fine. But I was just like, I will drop the show if this happens. Let me be honest with you. I'm uncomfortable. And then like, you know, the scene ended. It was fine. But like, it's a fun show to watch. But see, like episode 1 is like, what is happening?
Aliens, ghosts, psychic powers, spirit mediums, and then there's this old lady who sees a boy and goes,
My experience with turbo equipment. Can't believe this just happened. I was just minding my own business in a tunnel while still on the phone to someone, and out of nowhere, Turbo Granny showed up and made some very inappropriate comments about my dong. Not only that, but then she actually went to steal my dong from me. That's right. Hold on. God, let me read. I know I'm annoying. Oh my God. Okay. Then went to actually steal my dong from me. That's right. She actually took my dong away. I was going to let this go, but something has to be said about this before it happens to somebody else. I have proof and this has to stop. Turbo Granny's gobbled her last dong. Hashtag cancel Turbo Granny.
This anime is anything but by the book, which is why Science Sorrow is not only the perfect studio to adapt it, but you get the sense that they've gotten their dream project. This is the anime studio equivalent of find someone who matches your freak. The animation is oozing with expression and character through every single goddamn frame of this show, even by their normal standards, and they just keep going every new episode. This is the show to be watching this season, and if the weirdness doesn't turn you off, you are in for one amazing ride to come. We got another anime original. Let's see what this one's all about.
Gambling. Oh, buddy. Oh,
Holy shit,
no.
did he just try to... Damn. He does not look like he's in a good place. And the doctors just gave him 2 years to live? Wow. What a way to start the episode.
Damn.
So this is the story about a man with a terminal illness, huh? Oh, okay. So we're doing this now. When I imagine what would be in a cozy fishing anime, I don't normally associate it with a guy failing neck pull-ups, getting cancer, drowning in crippling debt, and getting scammed by the crypto market. Bro can apparently catch anything except a break. But this one's been interesting. For a series with such heavy topics, the vibes have been on point. It kind of reminds me of Welcome to the NHK with a fishing twist, and I'm intrigued to see where this series goes.
どうせもう長くは生きていないんで、人がそんな簡単に死んでたまるかよ。
Did he just call terminal illness as a skill issue?
Have you tried getting good? At what? Fighting cancer? Like, oh my God. What? Jesus.
妹に勝る者などこの世にはいない。
Hey, go on, come get your man. Hey, this is my man. Come get your man. Stop saying it's my man. Bro, come get your man. Why does everyone keep telling me that this is my man's?
Because, little sister, my guy. Or, does it have to be little sisters or just sisters in general? It might just be sisters in general.
Somehow, this managed to be regression, incest, and NTR all in one. Going back in time to avoid marrying a guy who secretly wants to bang his sister. Well, that's the beauty of the regression genre. You can go back to being a 15-year-old to redo your life choices. Let's see who the next man in line is.
私はその年齢的に
理想的だ。
Bitch, run. Bitch, you gotta go. That's not it.
Uh,
I can't believe this is how I was just minding my own business trying to get away from this Syscon weirdo as engaged. Okay, come on, hold on. I got it. Oh my god. Syscon weirdo I was engaged to, and out of nowhere Hada shows up and proposes to me instead. Not only that, but apparently he seems to think that my being 10 years old 10 is ideal to him. The dude is 19, and that would have been too old for me when I was 16 back before I died the first time. But now, actually, predator. Actual predator. This has to stop. Cancel Hada's stuff. Hada's Teos rave. Okay.
Sometimes people can really stretch the definition of a hidden gem, but I've seen almost
Jesus
no
Christ.
talk about this show that has piqued my interest like few
Orb.
other anime have.
Orb.
On the movements of the earth. It's 15th century Poland, a time when you can get arrested, tortured, burned at the stake simply for researching any heretical beliefs that go against the common sense teaching everyone already knows. God created Earth and thus put it at the center of the universe. Enter Rafał, a genius, logical kid who just wants an easy life with a curious hobby in astronomy. He's going to study theology for an easy life path to further appreciate the teachings of God, until
what about to
by
happen?
chance he meets a convicted heretic who blackmails him and gives him something so awful, so dangerous it could get him killed. An idea. What if the Earth wasn't the center of the universe? The stars didn't revolve around the world, but instead the Earth revolved around the sun. A stupid, nonsensical idea that Rafał immediately dismisses as he goes home confident that he can disprove that idea in a single night. But as he starts thinking, as he starts entertaining the thoughts, mapping out the models, doing everything he can to dismiss the theory only to find himself falling deeper into it, he realizes something terrifying. Shit. What if this idea is actually right? It's rare nowadays that I see a concept I have never seen before, but this one fit the bill perfectly. A series about dropping the biggest twist on Earth lore in human history while having to keep it secret from the church to avoid death? Sign me the hell up.
This seems stressful. I'm be honest. This kid, his life now seems very stressful.
This is Nicholas Copernicus' Vinland Saga star with some genuinely fantastic storytelling and characters. Outside of Dandadan, this has been the new show I've been excited about the most. Take my advice. Go in blind and give this the 3-episode rule and you won't be disappointed.
Well, it's not blind anymore because you just talked to me about it. But I mean, I guess technically. Pretty blind?
We got yet another I can fix him quirky romance story about a girl getting into arranged marriage with a downright psychopath of a man that could only ever lead to the most toxic relationship of all time.
Yes.
You don't need to be a genius to see that this
And I'm rooting for them.
is just a bad idea. If you asked him what item best describes him, it'd probably be this. I mean, just look at him. I gotta ask, girls, is this the kind of man you really want? Do you?
No, I do not want this kind of man, but I want them to end up together because I'm not a part of this. I don't watch media because I want to be part of the media. I watch media because I want to watch other people, I don't know, struggle or get their lives together. I don't know, whatever. Like, I want to watch other people. I don't want to be involved, okay? It's a fantasy. I don't want to be involved in it, though. It makes me sound kind of creepy. But still.
Do you really think he can be fixed? I just think that...
Give me that.
Sydney, I'm Hey, Sydney!
I am hijacking this video to give you a public service announcement. Ladies, are you tired of the same old boring anime nice guy love interest? Don't you want a fictional man with a little bit of spice to him? A man who's so infatuated with you, so obsessed with you, that he will protect you, keep you safe, even kill for you! In a fiction...
I don't want to be involved in this. Just like I don't want to be involved in fan fiction that I read. Like I don't read stuff that has like reader insert characters or whatever. I don't want to be involved. Don't try to involve me, thank you.
Fictional setting. Sure, he might be a little mentally unstable.
A
Sure,
lot.
he might break a few laws, but he
A lot.
will worship you like the goddess you are.
Maybe.
Like the goddess you deserve to be. Take your boring vanilla protagonist. Keep your majestic Prince Charmings. Why do we keep ignoring the undeniable fact that a little bit of crazy is just that little bit hot. Again, in a fictional setting. So I say to you, we don't want to fix him. We don't want him to be fixed. I hereby declare I'd rather let him ruin my life.
I apologize about that, guy.
Fictionally, hopefully, because, like, I don't want this guy showing up and ruining my life. I don't want this guy showing up. Leave me alone. Mind your own damn business.
Guys, I assure you, we only promote healthy relationships in this household. Okay, let's just move on. What do we got next? More Danmachi. All right, let's see what we got here.
Yep, Danmachi.
Gentlemen, are you tired of the same old boring anime nice girl love interest? Mecha-ude. The story...
That was pretty good. I mean, there's definitely more, like, crazy women out there. Well, not necessarily, but, like, that get really popular, I guess. It's popular characters. The crazy waifus. Really?
Behind this production is almost as interesting as the story of the show itself. The brainchild of Sai Okamoto, a young, ambitious animator who had a dream of directing her own anime. She put together a team and a Kickstarter, raising $65,000 to fund a pilot, which after years of delays and struggles, her and her newly formed studio Trife managed to complete it. But the dream didn't end there. That was clearly just a stepping stone to a much grander vision, which they announced last year to confirm that a full anime series was in production. And now, 8 years after the original Kickstarter, this is what they have to show for it.
That dude's got a face. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that it has a face is giving me Kill la Kill vibes. Because they have the same kind of eyes situation. But, you know, it is different.
One quick look, and you can immediately tell what the influences are. Glorious, over-the-top action, wearable limbs that are also sentient, Hiroyuki Sawano doing the soundtrack. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought this was an offshoot team from Studio Trigger, but that doesn't stop it.
Kill la Kill, like Gurren Lagann.
From standing out from 90% of the other anime you usually see. It's a loud, in-your-face, bombastic action show that wears its influence on its sleeve, fueled by the passion of the people behind it. This project is clearly a dream come true for the creators involved, and while the plotline might not be...
And also, Soul Eater. Some Soul Eater vibes in this.
Something we haven't seen before, I am sincerely hoping they are able to pull off something special, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this.
And when I say Soul Eater, I mean like visually.
Oh hey, a harem anime where a guy moves into a shrine and has to pick one of 3 lovely shrine maiden sisters to marry. I think I've seen this exact plotline like 5 times before. One of them was Temperu, and the other 4 were definitely hentai. This feels like an anime that jumped straight out of the mid-2000s. The first 10 minutes was a goddamn speedrun of every cliche harem anime trope you could think of. This could be a nice comfort show, but it's gonna need to do something a bit different to really hook me. Editor, can you rewind back just a bit? And again. That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. Another show revolving around getting married? Is anime trying to tell me something?
結婚ってそんなにいいものなのかな。俺は結婚するって言って指輪をはめてただそれだけだよ。結婚ってそんなにすごいことなのか。
Here we have 2
that look that's good.
workers who decide to stage an entire fake marriage, lying to their co-workers, lying to their parents, going through an entire season-long Kaguya-style plan, all because they're afraid of being transferred to Anchorage, Alaska. Shout out to the 10 anime fans in Anchorage catching strays. Honestly, I'm
Catching strays. Anchorage, Alaska's a big ask. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. It's a pretty big ask. I love fake marriage, fake relationship tropes. That is one of my favorite fan fiction tropes. I'm not gonna lie to you. not even fan fiction tropes. Like, I read a lot of manhwa that has that too. Like, it's one of my favorite tropes. I will say, and I could be proven wrong, but like this, so far, this doesn't seem to like, I guess, kind of like hit the part of my brain that's like, yes, this is one that you want to watch. And I think it's because it's like, a lot of times the fake relationship tropes have like really strong drama and like relationship stuff and whatever. And this one just feels too cozy for me, you know? Like, I'm here for like drama. And this feels cozy. I could be wrong though. I mean, I haven't watched it yet, so.
I'm just happy to see more romance anime with adult characters. This is the type of setting we need more of. Not yet another high school romance with socially awkward teenagers. This time we got two socially awkward adults so adverse to social interactions, they'd rather fake a relationship than just tell their boss they don't want to move to Alaska. So, you know, way more mature. Alright.
I mean, I feel like it's, depending on your company in Japan, like that's a hard thing to do, is be like, hey, I don't want to move. Because I have heard about that show, and I think it's like they're the two, like, quote unquote single people in the office. So it's like, okay, you won't completely mess up your life, uproot your life if you go. Because like you don't have a family or whatever. It's like fine, you can just go. It's not that big a deal. So like it's kind of hard to be like, hey, I don't want to go. Like your job might be like too bad. Like, I don't know. I feel like an Abraham? Anyway, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
All new original Dragon Ball, that was the very last thing Akira Toriyama was working on before he... Hold on a second. Sorry about that, I had to shut my window. I could hear the entire continent of South America from here. Seeing Toei splicing highlights of the Buu arc with modern animation, I get the feeling it's only a matter of time before they decide to do a modern remake. But this time, the entire cast have been turned into kids in what looks like a new adventure with OG Dragon Ball vibes. Not gonna lie though, Goku being a kid isn't gonna stop his fans from saying, well, you know, he's still strong, he can still beat All Might, he can still beat Gojo. Well, Dragon Ball fans, maybe, but can he beat this?
I didn't know that they turned into, had them be kids. Like, that's pretty cute, actually, on Daima. Okay.
Ah! Woman basketball! Last season we had a jam-packed, all-you-can-eat buffet of great romance anime to pick from, and this season's heavy hitter seems to be this. Blue Box. I know I said earlier I was looking for a romance outside of a school setting, but I might just have to make an exception for this one, because this was a full-on insulin shot straight into my veins. Not only does it clearly have high production values, especially among the other Blue anime, but it also really looks like they are not shying away from the sports aspect of this show either. You've got your tournament arcs, promise to go to nationals, an adorable romance brewing between two characters dedicated to their sports. This looks like a real 50-50 split between a sports anime and a romance drama. Manga readers have talked this one up, so I'm expecting a lot of good things, and I'm interested to see how they end up tying the romance to them hitting their goals.
Gigguk, what the hell, man? Also, like, just think about, like, randomly working out. It just, like, I gotta make myself, oh, God. I gotta make myself work out.
There's a show called Kimi wa Meiro-sama, or the official English name, You Are Miss Servant. A great name because as someone who knows a little bit of Japanese, I can confirm it's pretty hard to find an accurate translation of the word Meiro. Can't think of any word at all. This is basically Violet Evergarden.
That Kimi wa Maid-sama, it was like a shoujo, like a while ago, about like a high schooler. Just, do they have the same name or is there still a slight difference?
Garden meets that crazy maid from Black Lagoon. It's cute, but also she's a kudere, so I don't think I'm going to be able to connect with her that much.
足の良し悪しの判別なんてつきはしない。
Aw.
On second thought, she might fit right into trash taste. For anyone looking for a magical girl anime, we got Acro Trip, aka PG-13 gushing over magical girls. But the one I got my eye on is Magi Lumiere, for a satirical, grounded take of magical girls where they fight the biggest evil of all, corporate management. This may be a magical girl girls where they fight the biggest evil of all, corporate management.
Thank you for head pats. What? What is happening here? Okay.
This may be a magical girl anime with fantasy elements, but I don't think we're going to get a more true-to-life representation of the job hiring process in the modern day.
仕事はないか金がない
Happy
I
for
stand
you.
corrected. This one was surprisingly enjoyable. You've got an all-powerful demon lord with unmatched potential, a mastery of deadly magic, is able to bend the entire world to his will. He gets resurrected 500 years later into a cyberpunk world where his legacy is forgotten, his followers have moved on, and technology has rendered his all-powerful magic completely useless. Motherfucker just got the true Zoltrak experience. It's a mishmash of such a wide variety of tropes, genres, and settings, and somehow it works. You're seeing Anos Voldigode getting humbled and being forced to survive in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, where the show asks, what can even a demon lord do when he has no job prospects, no qualifications, no experience to speak of, and no practical skills that would be useful at all?
こんばんもさんどうも上名
I got practical skills. I don't need this shade.
He becomes a Twitch streamer. This is getting a bit too real. The corporate...
It's getting a bit too real. It's hitting a little too close to home, you feel me?
Experience doesn't end there, though, as we have an anime about an unlikely duo rising up to become the world's first trillionaires. Their secret? Spend all their early investments on stupidly expensive office chairs like this. Like, okay, I'm not looking for the most realistic story in the world, but how's that gonna help?
You got that chair. You got that exact chair. Yeah, right.
These guys are going to be trillionaires, I tell you. They know exactly what they're doing. This is 100% based on reality. Like how a lot of the internet reacted to this. When you hear a title like My Wife Became an Elementary School Student, you're probably going to be like, damn. They're letting Drake fund anime now? But anyone who actually watches this will realize this is a ridiculous title that misrepresents the type of show that this is. 10 years on, after a man lost his wife to illness, he and his daughter have never gotten over it. A shadow of the people they used to be, nothing has truly filled that hole that their wife and mother had left when she passed away. Until one day, when she shows up at the door as a reincarnated 10-year-old kid. Except... no. The family gets a second chance to spend precious time together. The father rediscovers his purpose. The daughter gets her motherly role model back that she was missing. But as the episodes play out, you feel this melancholic atmosphere. We're all armed with the knowledge that these happy times can't last forever. Eventually, they're going to have to face the reality of the situation, and you're sitting there prepping your heart for when that ball's finally going to drop. It's a story about coping with the loss of a loved one.
Okay, where's the 10-year-old's parents though? Like, I get it, but where's the 10-year-old's parents that are just letting her do this? Also, I mean, listen, if you guys want to hurt, y'all go get hurt. That's totally fine. I don't watch things that are just going to hurt me. Life keeps punching me in the face. I don't want anime to do that. Like, just saying.
And how to move
just to balance out in the series. All right.
Move on from that. And while the title is bait as hell, it could have been worse. I mean, what if it was this exact title except oh no. Uzumaki. Junji Ito is one of the most influential mangakas in the horror world, producing some of the most unnerving, terrifying stories you can find in the medium. True works of art that deserve an anime that give them justice. But time after time after time again, people have attempted to adapt his work, and every single time without fail, it has resulted in an anime that was more cursed than the stories it was adapting. That is, until 5 years ago, a trailer was released on what is arguably his magnum opus, Uzumaki. And the most terrifying thing about this was, unthinkably, it actually looked good. This was it. The last chance. If this didn't work, there was no hope in hell a good adaptation could ever be done. Just one more time. We can hope. Then, radio silence for 5 whole years. Until today, when I'm proud to say they finally did it. They actually did it, boys. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's unnerving. It's everything a Junji Ito adaptation should be. They did it. They really did it.
I mean, that style of animation is definitely unsettling.
I hate everything.
So it's more animation than Blue Lock.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much this month too. Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate, Flatterwalkie, Jonathan, Mike 808,
Blue Lock was just like cutting a lot of corners, maybe.
Shouting Zombie, Walter Geist VT, and
saving money. I don't know.
Support me for this month and making this video possible. Well, this is the last season of the year for anime, and it looks like it's just about time for me to start thinking about what's the best anime of this year is. So I'm going to be busy for the next 2 months or so watching pretty much everything that I missed from the previous year. Yep. It's going to be a busy month. It has been a good year for anime, but it remains to be seen whether it can stand up to the last 2 years of anime, because I think looking back made me realize, damn, we have been spoiled as hell in the last few years, man. Anyway, though, that's it from me for today. I've been Gigguk, and I'll see you all next time.
Hey, bye, Gigguk. Thank you. Bye. Bye. I still think Apothecary Diaries is number 1, but people like disagree. Like, whatever, you can disagree. You can have your bad opinions. It's fine.